Married a couple of crazy bitches, raised a few crazy bitches.
His three daughters explore themes of grief, family issues, and the struggle of facing a loved one's death. The movie opens with Rachel and Katie discussing their father Vincent, who is in hospice care and nearing the end of his life. They are filled with tension and unresolved emotions regarding his condition and the care he requires. Rachel lives here with her father, and she is a middle child. Katie is the oldest, and she comes here to help care for her father with her youngest sibling, Christina. The sisters appear to be preparing for the inevitable end. Tensions arise around how to manage Vincent's care, particularly concerning Rachel's insistence on the DNR and her problems with weed. Katie says they must be prepared and that death is inevitable, and warns Rachel not to smoke inside because he is very sick, so she has to show respect. Christina shows her emotions and can't believe how quickly his condition has deteriorated. Each morning, a hospice worker, Angel, comes to provide care for the father. He comes with his partner to check on their father's condition and offer some advice. When the time comes, they will have to call. The sisters don't know when death will occur. It could be today or a few days from now. After that, Rachel goes outside to smoke and Victor comes to tell her not to smoke here because people will complain about the smell, and she stops. Katie yells at Rachel again. There's no food in the fridge, and what's left is spoiled, so she goes shopping. They are taking shifts, watching over him together with a nurse, who is 4 hours with him every day. Katie has prepared dinner for all three, but Rachel isn't eating because she's watching a match on the phone that she bet on, and treats it like a job. Each of the daughters deals with their father's death in their own way. Katie is enthusiastic about the DNR and issues with her sisters. She seems to have a strong bond with her father, which makes the situation more painful. She has disagreements with her sisters, particularly about caregiving responsibilities and family dynamics, showcasing her frustration and desire for things to be done her way. She also has her own family. Rachel engages in escapism through humor and cigarettes, appearing carefree but hiding her emotions. She displays a more relaxed demeanor, smoking, and having a casual approach to the family crisis, which puts her at odds with Katie's more serious nature, as she is always high. She struggles with the weight of family dynamics and is perhaps less aware of the emotional toll their father's illness is taking on everyone. Despite her aloofness, she shows a desire to have a bond with her sisters, but is encumbered by the ongoing family drama. Christina, the youngest, reflects on her father's care and expresses a desire to connect more deeply with her siblings despite the familial strife. She also has a daughter, Mirabella. She is the most emotionally in tune with the complexities of the family dynamic. Christina tries to bridge the gap between her sisters and alleviate tension, acknowledging the pain they all share, but also communicating her own sense of loss and confusion. She reflects on her past and her relationship with her father, expressing a desire for a deeper connection and understanding of his influence on her life. Since they arrived, Rachel hasn't worked a single shift around her father. At least she respects them when it comes to cigarettes. In a conversation with Christina, she reveals that she doesn't want to have children in the future. Suddenly, their father's condition worsens and everyone gathers, but it's nothing serious, although Rachel's face shows that she really cares about her father, even though she hasn't shown it until now. Katie and Christina celebrate with wine because their father is still alive. Rachel has a boyfriend, Benji, with whom she follows tickets and smokes weed together, so they go outside. Angel responded to their call, understanding that they want their father to peacefully leave this world. Angel tries to guide the family through this challenging time with compassion, addressing their needs and the best care practices for their father. Rachel is going back, and Katie is criticizing her for taking someone with her whenever their father can leave at any moment. Benji is criticizing them for not giving space to Rachel in her own home. He goes to their place and tells them how they haven't been taking care of their father regularly, only now that he's gone. He greets Vincent and leaves. After that, they argue and Christina tries to intervene between them to separate them. Katie gets upset and decides to leave. Christina calms her down and calls for a conversation. Katie has been working on their father's obituary. And although all three are grown together, they're different. Rachel will take over the house after their father's death, but it doesn't matter to her. She stayed here for their father because he's important to her. The next morning, Angel tells her that maybe their father won't be aware of himself anymore. The doctor has approved the DNR form. Rachel goes to see their father for a short time to tell him which matches have been played on the ticket. After that, she goes out to relax. Christina does yoga, and Caddy writes the obituary. It's not going well for her, so she calls Rachel to help. She says some interesting words that really help. Caddy becomes emotional, and it's hard for her because she hasn't been visiting Rachel as much as she should. As Vincent's condition becomes critical, the sisters finally come together to support one another and their father. They reflect on memories, share laughter and tears, and ultimately face the heartbreaking reality of his death. They grasp the importance of family bonds, highlighting personal growth amid the backdrop of grief. In mourning, they learn that death does not dissolve familial ties, rather, it transforms them. He imagines himself talking because he has a lot of things he wants to say to them, but he's sick. Not long after that, he passes away and leaves a mark in their hearts. They keep changing places where he used to sit.